So then Ahab said to Obadiah, here's what I want you to do, Obadiah. I want you to go through the land to all the springs of the water and to all the valleys, and perhaps we will find grass, and we will keep the horses, that'll keep the horses and the mules alive, and not have to kill some of the cattle. So they divided the land between them to survey it. And Ahab went one way by himself, and Obadiah went another way by himself. And to walk with God, we've got to choose that we're not going the way of the world. Where's that verse? Is it 1 John 2:15? It says, whoever loves the world and the things of the world, the love of the Father is not in him. The love of the Father is not in him. We've got to separate ourselves from the world, from the things of the world. Especially if we have chosen to be courageous. But if we do choose to be courageous, then we will walk in the light of God. We will walk in the presence of God, and we will walk in the power of God if we choose to be courageous. We're not talking about salvation here now. We're talking about courageous faith. We're talking about signs and wonders. We're talking about power that comes from God, and it requires great faith, and it requires courage to have that. Well, while Obadiah is off by himself looking for the water, looking for the pasture land, Elijah shows up. And he found Obadiah. Was that just a coincidence? I don't think so. God rewards courageous faith. But here's the thing. Obadiah didn't realize that he was about to be rewarded for courageous. He didn't realize that at all. In fact, here's the conversation. Now, as Obadiah was on the way, behold, Elijah met him, and he recognized him, and he fell on his face, and he said, is this you, Elijah, my master? And Elijah said to him, it is I. Go say to your master, go back to Ahab and say, behold, Elijah is here. And he said, what sin have I committed that you are giving your servant into the hand of Ahab to put me to death? Obadiah had no clue that he was being invited to be part of one of the greatest faith stories in the Bible. He had no idea that 3,000 years later, we would still be talking about his courageous faith. So Obadiah explains what he's thinking about. He says, verse 10, as the Lord your God lives, there is no nation or kingdom where my master has not sent to search for you. We've been looking for you, Elijah. And when they said he is not here, the king made the kingdom or nation swear that they could not find you. And now you're saying, go say to your master, behold, Elijah is here. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to come about when I leave you that the Spirit of the Lord is going to carry you away to who knows where. And so when I come and tell Ahab and he can't find you, he's going to kill me. Although I, your servant, have feared the Lord from my youth. And here's my proof. Verse 13, has it not been told to my master what I did when Jezebel killed the prophets of the Lord, that I hid 100 prophets of the Lord by 50s in a cave, and I provided them with bread and water? Obadiah had proof of his faith. Do you have proof of your faith? Proof is coming down front and making a profession of faith and getting baptized. That's proof. You got any more proof? You got any more proof of your faith? James chapter 2, verse 18, he said, I will show you my faith by my works. I'll show you my faith. Here's Elijah's response to him. Verse 14, and now you are saying, go say to my master, behold, Elijah is here, and then he'll kill me. And Elijah said, as the Lord of hosts lives, before whom I stand, I will surely show myself to Ahab today. So Obadiah had to make another life and death decision. Was he going to trust Elijah, or was he not going to trust Elijah? He decided to trust Elijah. So he goes back to King Ahab and he says, so Obadiah went to meet Ahab and he told him, Elijah's over here. And Ahab went to meet Elijah.